And welcome everybody to round 2 of the BCR F1 2021 Esports Championship. My name is Alfred Chota. I'm joined by the lovely, weirdly not in right size, Mr. Hunter Seeker Algorithm. Good day. Let me just try and read.
It is very rare that I get described as lovely, Mr. Witch.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, mate. You're a lovely.
Maybe it's my moustache. That's what does it for you.
Ah, you're too kind, mate. But anyway, yes, it is round 2 today. We are here in Canada today, and it's going to line. There's a few technical difficulties we didn't actually size up properly, but anyway, we are in Canada today, and it is a lovely track. It's actually an island circuit, kind of. What the hell is this music? Let me change that music right now. Ugh. Nope. Gee, oh god, let's do that. I don't know what any of this stuff is, so anyway, anyway, let's roll with that. Something different. Nope, sorry. I need proper music. Anyway, right, cool. That's that. Now that we've got that, I'm not shaving that beard, no lying. Right, anyway, we've got a good set of racing going on today, especially after last week. There should be some good, nice competitive racing. We've got a bit more of a full grid going on today compared to last week, which will be very nice to see, since we did have quite a few scratches. There's still a few scratches today, but more are going to be back. So let's head over and check out the track for today, so that we can actually see what we're going to be up against today. So, as I said, we are in Canada, and what you can't see from this diagram, it is actually on an island and surrounded by water. It's a very straight track. I mean, from what you can see from this diagram right here, it looks like there's going to be lots of hard braking, lots of fast acceleration, and just generally going to see who can get out the most speed during those long fast straights. What do you reckon, Mr. Hunter?
This track's about as bland as Canadians in general are.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, they've got maple syrup. They've lots of pancakes and bacon. Got snow.
Hey! I am Australian. I reserve my right to be a racist.
Yes, but I mean, we still enjoy the Canadians are our Commonwealth brothers that don't sort of oppress their citizens by, you know, not providing what they need, really. Soft subtle jab.
At the end of the day, we're just going to realise that the state of Kazakhstan, the only difference you have between, say, having a Formula 1 here and a Formula 1 there.
Seem to be having a bit of technical difficulties here. Internet seems to be cutting back at in and out. So we'll go back to Hunter in a moment, but for while we're doing that, we sort out our little technical glitches with our internet situation around here. Why don't we go over and have a look at the track overview? Right. Oh, that's nope. I didn't reset it. There we go.
Round 7 of the World Championship takes us to the island-based circuit Gilles Villeneuve on the Ile de Notre-Dame, Montreal, for the Canadian Grand Prix. This 4.36-kilometre circuit has 14 corners. The cars hit some very high top speeds, around 350 kilometres an hour on the straights, and it's the toughest track of the year on the brakes because of all the big stops. The track is relatively flat from an elevation point of view. The layout makes Montreal a great circuit for overtaking, and the race here is always exciting. Let's take a fast lap now in the company of last year's pole sitter, Nico Rosberg.
Alright, we got that sorted. So yes, as we can see, it is a very fast, very straight track, lots of braking, lots of tight corners. It is definitely going to be a bit of a balance, like you set your cars for more of a straight line speeds, or do you set it up to get maintain that speed through those fast corners, getting a lot more downforce? Because the more downforce you have, the faster you can go through those corners. You lose that straight line speed because there's a lot more drag, essentially forcing the car down into the pavement, preventing the car from really accelerating as fast as it can. I mean, I reckon we're either going to see a fair few people sort of spin out of control, misjudging their braking times, or we're going to see some slower but nice, fast, consistent laps. Depending on, again, what setup they want to do. What's your opinion on this, Mr. Hunter? If we got our internet sorted, are we back?
If you take a look at a corner 10, I'm very fascinated by that corner, Mr. Witch. I foresee fair few people after that lovely, gorgeous, very fast stretch of track, face planting into a wall.
You don't really want to face plant on there, because after that it's your home straight through the speed trap. Through the speed trap. Unfortunately, there is a bit of a chicane with 13-14 halfway through. I imagine that's just to sort of slow the drivers down so they're not absolutely redlining and crashing into the wall once they get past that start finish point. So yeah, getting that turn 10 is going to be absolutely crucial. It will be very, very interesting to see again whether they go for the setup to manage that turn 10 and maybe even turn 2. Come to think of it, if you look at that straight after, as soon as we start that from the start finishes straight down for a nice 90-degree left-hand turn into a not quite as tight but still fairly tight U-turn, hairpin U-turn to go down through the first sector. Be very important to get that turn right from the get-go, otherwise you'll lose all your momentum, you lose all your speed, and you won't be able to actually do too well throughout sector 1 and 2 in that. Sector 2 is very straight, lots of good spots to gain some time if you may have lost it through sector 1. For those in chat, what race is this? We are in Canada right now, as I would have imagined you should know that being in lobby practicing with everyone. Be kind of worried if you didn't know which race we are, because you're probably going to the wrong track and be racing by yourself. Anyway, welcome in all our new viewers. Semi, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, joining us in round 2 of the BCR Round Championship. Why don't we go and check out all the drivers and check out just how we have been going with the racing so far. Abu Dhabi. That's not Abu Dhabi. What? Hang on, no, wait, let me go. That's not Abu Dhabi. That is what I found. Oh, the background footage. Yeah, I'm not talking about the video. No, don't do that to me, bunghole. Yeah, that's B-roll footage from last year, which I captured of everything just so I have.
Shut up, bunghole! You're making it difficult for us.
Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We look at all the drives we have on the grid. Unfortunately, we do have a few scratches again. Today, Williams will only have one racer today because Burb is out, unfortunately, due to situations where he's not actually present to drive, so he'll be missing it. And Key Cracker again, unfortunately, will be scratched. ER Killer should be coming in today to drive alongside Royal Chili Sauce to hopefully back up his teammate. And SWAT Cat in Aston Martin is coming in to race his first race of the season. He's finally got his PC sorted. Is able to actually join us in game since he's got his new graphics card, I imagine, and he's ready to race. Now, if you have a look at all of the current rankings, we look at the top 10 boards. It is quite definitive. The Alpha Mafia, the Italian Mafia in the Alfa Romeo have quite a decisive lead with a 1-2 standing, with McLaren not far behind in third place with TP, followed by Red Bull. Royal Chili Sauce coming in midfield with number 10, and Huss in 8th, followed by AlphaTauri and Mercedes, with Plushie only coming in an unfortunate race, only coming in 9th, and Lion Boy managing to break out that 10th spot. I haven't done a 11 to 20 because there are no points on 11 to 20, and I just be listing the other races. I'll do it next time, I promise. But overall,
and we pour enough shame on them to not have to add them to the leaderboards.
Yes, I mean, there's definitely just have a slot on the leaderboards, but
shame on your inferior racing skills.
I mean, you can't really help if someone either crashes out or is unable to start. So yeah, Plushie is back in the race. Oh wait, Plushie, yeah, I said Plushie is back in the race. What are you saying, Bunghole? Don't
and
do
an
that.
announcement on that front, Mr. Witch.
Yep.
A DNA test has been done. apparently Plushy is my illegitimate son. I'll be sending child support payments through as soon as I can be bothered.
Oh dear, mate. That's unfortunate. I mean, good for him, but just like it's unfortunate for yourself there, mate. Anyway, as we move on to the constructor standings, we can see Team Huss appears to be the most consistent, holding the same place in the power ranking standings as they are on the team ranking standings. We have Alfa Romeo decisively out in the lead by, well, over 39 points there. That 1-2 really was helping them, and the rest of the leaderboard holding up fairly certain. AlphaTauri being an 8th and 9th, or no, sorry, 7th and 8th position, managed to get themselves equal points to Alpine, to the 5th place, 10 points given to Royal Chili Sauce. They are tied for points in fourth place, with Team Haas, Petronas, Ferrari. Only teams without points are Williams Racing and Aston Martin. Aston Martin unfortunately didn't actually have a race last week, so they weren't able to score points, and Williams got a DNS unfortunately due to internet connectivity issues. What are you talking about, Cheryl? The 29. Are you talking about your points? There's no 29. I don't know what you're talking about there, Cheryl. But anyway, all right. But yes, as we can see, the teams are off to a very good start for the season, and it'll be interesting to see if the Italian Mafia in Alfa Romeo can be caught up. I mean, given how strong they're racing,
they drove a beautiful race last week, Mr. Witch, and it's not because that they are threatening me with imminent death. I'm not contractually obligated to say these things. I'm not in fear of my life, but they did drive a very good race. And that's with all the abuse that TP in McLaren was throwing at them.
Well, maybe this week we'll hopefully be able to see if Sticks can actually, finish an entire race, since last week he did unfortunately crash out, giving him a DNF, essentially. I think he crashed out with, 5 laps to go or something? But it was a bit of an unfortunate end, but hey, that's racing. So hopefully we'll be able to have a better race, since we do have almost a full grid today. I mean, all of Red Bull, all of Mercedes should be there, with Plushy and Mistake, I believe, is back. AlphaTauri is going to be in the grid. McLaren as well. Yeah, the Italian Mafia will also be there, possibly doing a 1-2 pole. We do not know. Ferrari having gained an extra driver in Aussie, as seen by that Wubsy icon on the side. He does like to go by Wubsies every now and then. Williams unfortunately having Burb scratched, and Roxas Mason continuing to follow the team. Demo from Haas, unfortunately we haven't heard. We don't know if he will be scratched or not. Haas may be riding solo once again. We may have the full team. We do not know. Alpine will be hopefully racing as a full team. We haven't heard otherwise, but ER Killer should be on the track today, with SWAT Cat giving Aston Martin their first chance at points for the series. And Strath wants me to give a shout out to his font of Tahoma 9. I don't know why you'd want that, but anyway, there it is. But it should be a good day of racing. It should be a very, very, very strong day of racing, given we have more races and we have more. Oh, geez, sorry, my camera's being a bit. More races on the track today. A bit more of a narrower track, slightly, even though it's very, very fast, very, very straight. Should be for some very, very, very competitive racing maneuvering. What do you guys?
And you know what they say, when you have more races on the grid, which you have a lot more chances of stupidity.
Indeed. We're 20 minutes away from.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we are 20 minutes away from the start of the qualifying. I'm just checking all the chats, all of the paddock crews, and not all the races are in yet, but a fair few are currently having some practice in some time trials, which will be good. Strath, I don't know what you're saying with that one, but okay, that is a thing. But based on what we saw last week, Hunter, what kind of things do you reckon we'll see today from each of the drivers? Because every driver seemed to surprise us last week, especially a lot of the new guys. If I just bring races?
Yeah, there was some good showings last week. You know, we had the God Game of Strath do really, really well. So very impressed by his mid-table finish. Plushy was looking like he was going to roar up the whole thing before the internet decided that he would not be partaking. You know, the Italian the Mafia were of course wonderful. They're a great front runners. Stop pointing that gun at me. I think there could be some upsets now. I have a feeling there's a few people that might want to, you know, put a bit of chili on the stick, as the metaphor goes, and stick it right up Bunghole's bunghole.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first one to try and do that. I mean, perhaps if races are clever, they might be able to force him off the track and prevent him from taking that first place spot again.
Strath, we can't give you a bet that's even chance.
Yeah, I mean, Lion will cause a disputed penalty. Look, Lion, we're a bit harsh on Lion. I'll admit, like we're a little bit harsh on Lion. He's not like, we make him out to be not quite as good of a driver as he is. He actually is quite a good driver these days. Just has a bit of an issue with inconsistency, but in all honesty, he's actually become quite a good driver today. So
That is the most diplomatic answer you could give in this situation. We just say stupid.
I mean, like, what else can I say? Like, he has genuinely improved quite a lot, especially since last year. Oh my god, that flare's disgusting. He has improved quite a lot since the first time we saw him racing in RTF1 last year, where he was struggling to hold lap times, he was struggling to stay on the track. He was struggling with his brake zones, where he was either over braking, under braking. He was sliding out, going to a tailspin, causing accidents, pitting more than there are laps in a race somehow. In cases of Monaco, but he's generally improved. He's holding racing lines. He's holding his speed. He's managing to keep a fairly consistent lap time. I mean, he managed to climb to 10th position last race, and that wasn't even.
He also does a very good Ayrton Senna impersonation.
Ayrton Senna, really? Interesting. Sort of.
And I mean Ayrton Senna in his final moments.
Ah. Right.
Or is that too dark?
Maybe a little bit. But yeah, no, he genuinely is like a very good racer happening. And it's not the only one that is actually seeing some lot of improvement. So Strath as well in chat, he was hasn't really done this before. He sort of picked up 2020 last year, had a bit of a race, came in on as I believe he came in once or twice as in like an exhibitionist racer, but he's really shown that he actually does have the ability to race quite well in this series. As we saw last week, he actually managed to get up into, I think it was like 4th position. Granted, the safety car helped him solidify that for a while, but he managed to get right up into 4th position. He raced well, he made moves, he really pushed in to get those positions ahead of the other racers, and he actually I think managed to get ahead of Bunghole, which I don't think Bunghole would have liked all too well throughout that race.
Bunghole popped a few caps off at him when he was trying to pass.
Yeah, I mean, as he just mentioned, he's only got 2.5 hours on the clock in this game, which, granted, isn't that many, but it's actually, you know, enough to actually get yourself ready for racing and actually, you know, race fairly well, it seems. I can't remember if he's on a controller or a wheel, but if he's on a wheel, that makes sense.
Yes, Strath, you had moments where you looked like a legitimate gold racer. Just a bit more confidence, you'll be good.
Indeed, absolutely. And then from all the other races, so Monkey Chili Sauce, we hadn't seen him before. It's all in the E. I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, yeah. So of all the other newcomers, so Plushy, as you say, your illegitimate child. One of the young boys.
Started up with so much promise. You can see he's got my.
Like, definitely one of
But
the.
unfortunately, after setting some blistering qualifying times, his internet was Australian.
And dropped out just when he was looking quite promising as well, because I believe he was in like 5th position by the time, at the point where his internet dropped out, and he just ended up being a ghost for the last few laps and going all the way down to 9th, unfortunately. But other than that, like, he may be a young gun, he may be a newcomer, but not in the way that Bunghole has written in my chat at the moment, it seems. But he seems to be a fairly promising rookie driver for the season. And if we look at towards all the other teams, Monkey is maintaining his relative stability with speed. I believe he's got his wheel back now. He's actually able to race properly compared to the last time when he raced. He was on a controller to start with during the RTF1 series, but racing fairly strong. I believe he was even in 1st place at one point last race.
He's all class, the Monkey. I wouldn't be surprised if he steals a pole somewhere around here. I don't know what pole he'll be stealing. I don't know whose pole. I don't know if you'll even ask.
Looking over towards all the other teams, the other half of McLaren, we do have... Actually, let's just bring up those races while we talk about them. As we talk about McLaren, we do have... get rid of that. The other half of the original Sticks, who crashed out, unfortunately, last week, just before the end, so wasn't able to actually finish that race, which was quite unfortunate. I can't remember if it was through impacting or just general driver error, but unfortunately did crash out of the race and wasn't able to finish. It will be interesting to see if he can actually finish this race this time.
Yeah, he blamed game mechanics for his down.
That's true. I do hear him.
I reckon it might have more to do with his lawn mowing tendencies than any game related issues, but
Yeah, well, I will admit he's not. He has cut down on his blatant corner cutting and making use of the grassy fields to get round corners, but he still does tend to blame the rumble strips a bit more. And I don't think I've ever seen or heard of a F1 driver, well, maybe a couple times in the history of F1, but not as much as I've been watching, that would blame the obstacles on the track for a reason why they would lose traction and spin out. Because I mean, they're part of the track. They're there to know where the corner is, those rumble strips. And if you were to complain that the rumble strips are the reason you spun out, well, maybe you need to rethink how you're attacking those corners. Maybe you need to take them a little bit wider so you can cut them a little bit straighter and not have to make use of those rumble strips so much. Make the turns that as short as possible to get as much more of a much more of a straighter exit. I mean, looking at the IRL series with Lewis Hamilton, they did a analysis of his corners compared to a lot of other drivers, and they saw that he spends as little time as possible in the corners, making a super tight, super sharp corner, which isn't the fastest way around it, but it does limit how long he's actually turning. So he doesn't actually have to spend as much time, well, one, in the corner, but two, on a rumble strip if he has to use it, and he can accelerate as fast as he can straight out the corner every single time. Is how he's able to keep up that speed. And if you think about it, if you're trying to turn on a rumble strip, which is a different surface, or rather the curb, different surface to the road itself, well, I mean, it makes sense. The wheels might lose traction because it's a different surface. The wheels have to sort of get grip on that again. I mean, it could be slipperier, it could be stickier. But if you're trying to turn on it, I mean, it makes sense that the wheels might slide out instead of when you're going straight over them. But we'll just have to wait and see with that. And also on the side of that, we've got Ozzy, who also did a DNF. We'll see if he can actually, not crash out. Hopefully, Roxas Mason's internet does hold up to this week. Unfortunately, he started the race, then immediately disconnected and couldn't reconnect, so he was a ghost the whole race. The ghost managed to do quite well, though. Will admit, it managed to finish, I think, middle of the road. So it wasn't the fastest of race. That's the wrong one. I need Williams, even though he's not up there anyway. So it wasn't the fastest racer out there, but the Ghost still managed to do it. So hopefully the internet will hold up and actually be able to see him race today.
That is my hope too. He's a much improved racer, the others.
Alright. Alright, all the... hang on. I am... All the same though, where it should have a very, very nice day of racing up ahead of us. Just wait as we wait for all the races to load up the game, and we'll get into a lobby, just waiting for these original sticks, our race organizer, to create a lobby, and then we'll be able to get underway. While we wait, however, I might run a nice little quick ad break just to get us ready for when we get ready to race. So I just need to go through a couple of things to get this sorted. Have a nice short little ad break before we get underway. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright. So, while we just try to get that happening, they're in an ad break right now for a minute. Because we need to get... I want to see if Styx is around.
He's just started streaming.
Yeah, he is.
I'll do my best with what I've got, mate.
Oh, no, that's fair enough. I think I went up a little bit early because we're starting at 4:30. I went up at like 2:45.
No, it's just the end.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Alright. Okay. And breaks about to end in 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, and welcome back from that 1 minute ad. To break things up, we'll see if they are in the track yet. They are not in yet. Strath hasn't. No. Six hasn't even loaded up the game. What is he doing? I believe he is starting his stream though, so we will have to wait until he gets done with that, so we can actually set up everything to be as we need it. In fact, I'll actually bring it up on my little laptop here with all my notes. Lack of notes, unfortunately, to see exactly what he is. So I don't want that channel. So we can actually get underway soon and have the racing underway that we've all come in to see this afternoon, as it is 4:24. The official start of the time trials should be in 5 minutes or so. I'll just have to wait until we're actually able to get underway. Yeah. Alright. So, as we go and we can get under 5 minutes, it seems that he has only literally just started everything then, so he's going to be a bit quiet while we wait for everyone to go and get underway. Still waiting for everyone to make a lobby so I can actually join it. We can get ready for that racing, but I mean, I've said it once, said it before again. I'm excited for what we're gonna see today, and it'll be interesting to see if the dynamic weather stays dynamic, or does a nice, perfect sunny day. Because I, for one, want to see some wet racing, because we had one race of wet racing last year.
As it is, you want to see some wet racing?
I mean, when you say it like that, it sounds very different. But we saw one race in the wet. Granted, it was for qualifying last year, and oh boy, did we see some very interesting tactics occur. Halfway through, starting the race on intermediate, some people going straight onto soft and sliding out immediately. Others going full wet and managing to get some slower but consistent times. And I want to see how the drivers will react if it does end up getting either like dewy or some moisture, or just downright downpour of rain on the track, because we haven't seen that yet.
We have a special guest, Mr. Styx.
Styx, welcome in.
Well, I don't know about special guest, but I'm here.
How are you feeling about the race today?
I've not had a lot of practice, and I kept slapping my car into the wall during time trial practice, so feeling confident that something bad is gonna happen. But nah, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try and keep it out of the barrier. I've noticed that I don't know that this was the case on F1 2020, but on F1 2021, there's a bit where there's kind of like a gap in the barrier on like at the Wall of Champions, and if you get it just like if you get your angle just a little bit wrong, your front wheel is going to land exactly in that gap, and it's going to go badly.
Might have to keep an eye on that throughout the race. You reckon we'll be going for a fast setup or a corner setup? Because there's some very tight corners there mixed in with those very fast straights.
There are some very tight corners. I think the issue isn't so much... It's not so much the tight corners as the fairly fast chicanes, things where it's very easy to lose traction. Like, traction's going to be something you're really going to have to fight for, I think. Certainly depending on the setup, at least. I've got a fairly low grip setup, so it could hinder me a little bit. But I've managed to sort of help it out a bit by making some little wing changes and differential changes. But yeah, hopefully it goes alright.
Hopefully we actually managed to finish this race. It was very unfortunate that crash last week.
Yeah, the game basically deciding it wanted to ghost the guy I was side by side with so that I could spin through him. In a situation where frankly I shouldn't have been able to spin, but it seemed to happen anyway. But what can you do? We're all in the same playing field here, so...
That's exactly the kind of attitude we like to hear in regards to technical glitches and everything hindering one's performance. But we'll let you get back to it. Set up the
platform may suck, but we're all with it.
Yeah. We'll let you get back to Team Mercedes or the paddock and hopefully get that lobby up soon so we can get underway for race 2.
Indeed. I've got the server pretty much ready to go, so I'll start inviting people almost right away. And we will be able to sort that out. And yeah, I'm gonna jump into the pad.
That's alright.
Alright. Have fun watching us fail miserably. I hope it puts on a good show for you.
I'm sure it will, mate.
Viewers.
Alright, have fun and good luck.
Yeah.
Alright.
I told you to make an excuse.
Oh god, that's
out.
Alright. Okay, and I need to get rid of that overlay. Alright, so as we get ready for the race, let's get into our track session since god, it's he still hasn't got it set up. He set it up. There it is. My Steam overlay. Please don't take any notice of that. Unfortunately, 2021 does not recognize that overlays are separate, so OBS is not able to actually capture the fact that I want just the game, not my overlay, so you're able to see everything that goes on. No, I don't really want that. I've got my laptop to do the off-game interactions with Discord, so hopefully eliminate any of that. Yeah, so let everyone drop in. There was a few races we recruited last week, which, by the way, for anyone who wishes to join up in this series, we do always welcome new drivers, especially for fill-ins or rookies. Let's put that into the chat. Let's bring my chat up. Feel free to join this link and come and join the BCR Racing Discord and come and join on as a rookie driver, as a fill-in driver, or maybe even if we have people drop out of the team entirely, to actually join a team as a team driver. Because we'd love to have a full grid of 20, but unfortunately we haven't had that yet since starting this series. Alrighty, so Canada, it is. We have a full qualifying, which is going to be 3 qualifying sessions. Thank you for the follow. Stars FPS, welcome in. Welcome to the BCR F1 Round 2 in Canada. Alrighty. So So I think we are approaching everyone in Mr. Hunter. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 races in. We're still missing a fair few. Team McLaren's in. The Mafia is in. Mercedes has 1 member. We're still missing Mistake. Us is here. We're still wondering if Demos will appear. Chili Sauce is in. Just waiting on his racing partner in the form of it was, I forget who his racing partner was, but hopefully we'll have him in. Relentless, welcome in. Welcome in. Smash the ups. I do not know what you're talking about there, Relentless. Right, okay. Don't do that, dude. Just don't. Just don't say that, dude. That's no. I don't. No. No. Like this, just don't. Okay. Anyway, back to what we were saying. Hunter, are you there? It appears he has deafened himself. I don't know why he's deafened himself.
Yes, I am here.
Rightio. Okay, so. Okay, Chili has joined the chat as a different name and was trying to be very, very cheeky. Races just like his racing style, I'd say, but yeah. So we wait for who are we waiting on? We're still waiting on 1 Mercedes. We are still waiting on 1 Ferrari, 1 Alpine is Chili's partner. Is hopefully supposed to be here today of ER Killer, but he has not yet, just as of yet. I mean, we are past the race start time by 3 minutes. I'm hoping that we'd be underway by now, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I mean, it is definitely interesting how these things tend to be organized. Don't seem to try to be as organized as you can, get everyone in as soon as possible, and have everyone, you know, ready to go, bang on time every single time. But it doesn't always seem to work out that way. As is the nature of the modern 21st century technology.
Who needs organisation these days? People need to be spontaneous. They need to fuck shit up.
Yes. Although, then again, Australian internet is also a big factor of this because, well, it's not exactly reliable, to say the least.
Bullshit is the term, Mr. Witch.
Yes, I mean, when you can definitely put it that way as well. But I digress. So if we look into the paddock, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13 people in the paddock. We don't have everyone in the paddock in here yet, though. We're still waiting on Mistake Mercedes to join in. Then, speak of the devil there, Key Cracker is in today. Now we just need Key Cracker to join for Alpha Romeo to have their driver in for the day. Who else are we missing? Franco. In fact, none of their
we don't have Franco Big B yet.
And their SWAT Cat has joined up. Alfa Romeo gets there. Team Franco is in. First of the Alpha Tories.
Yes, Begbie is here.
So wait for Causal, and then Causal is in. So the second of the Alpha Tori is in with the full team. Red Bull, we're just waiting on Weaver's partner of Sherald. No, Sherald was Alpha. What am I saying? Well, that was Bailey. Hang on. What?
Bailey is Sherald.
Oh, right, of course, yes. Of course. Aston, AlphaTauri, Mercedes. Both Mercedes are in.
Monkey is Weaver's partner.
Sorry?
Monkey
Monkey. So
is
we're
Red
waiting
versus
on
Dark.
Monkey to come in. He is not in the paddock. He may miss qualifying. If he does miss qualifying, he will start at the back of the grid, which granted he probably will be able to come back from, but if he can't, then well, that's gonna be his issue right there. Key Cracker is in, which is all of Aston Martin. Aston Martin is gonna have a full team today. That is what we love to see. As his Strath just spamming his ready button to try and get some attention, it would seem. Let's see, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people in the paddock. There's Monkey, so Team Red Bull is here, Mercedes is here, McLaren's here, Alpha's here, Haas is their solo entrant here. I don't believe Williams might be making an appearance. I haven't seen Roxas Mason yet at all today. Hopefully he does turn up, but I don't see the possibility of that happening at this stage. We may end up getting underway without Williams for a full team scratch there. Let's see. Alpha's here. Alpine is Chili Sauce is waiting on. Still waiting on ER Killer to see if he will make an appearance. Otherwise, Alpine will be a single member team once again. Aston Martin's got.
Is here.
Sorry.
Red Bull is full.
Yep. Red Bull is full. So yes, I believe that is actually going to be everyone here. So just before we get underway, let's actually have a look at the rankings once again. I need to actually go on to here to see that though. As we look at the rankings so far to see whether the standings will change once again after this qualifying. So with Team Dark Red of the Italian Mafia in 1-2, it'd be hard to take them off. Strath is wondering who he needs to wipe off today, and it appears he's going to have to wipe off Chili Sauce and Monkey if he wants to have any chance of actually getting ahead of them by any reasonable amount, since, well, if it comes 6th again and Monkey and Chili don't come, say, 8th or 9th, there's not going to be much chance of actually matching them. So let's hope we can actually have a very good race day of racing, but Monkey's going to be a tough one to get past though. Let's head back to the track, as I believe we are about to get underway, because yep, I do believe the entire and we have a Williams entrance. Roxas Mason has turned up. Welcome in, Roxas Mason. He has made the qualification, and I believe that is our pretty much full grid. We're just missing two races from the grid, and that being Burb from Williams and Demos from Haas. Apart from that, there Honor and Aussie. We are missing the other Ferrari driver in Aussie. I believe he's either forgotten we actually have a race today, or is just unavailable. Hopefully we'll be able to see him back next week, or we might have to sub in one of Ferrari's reserve drivers.
Oh, here we go. We are on to qualifying.
The beautiful picturesque Canada with actually, funnily enough, where those boats are is actually a rowing regatta course. You'll see a lot of the national Canadian rowing event regattas occurring in that channel when they take all the boats out, put the docks. Well, don't even put them to the side because it's wide enough. But you'll see them racing up and down through there during the summertime, and it's actually quite a spectacle. My cousin actually once raced down there.
Yes, but we've got to remember that the Canadians are known for their friendliness, and they are going to be in for a long day, particularly if things don't go TP's way. He's going to jump into that Canadian crowd, who are all going to be, what's this about? And he's going to lay into them, because he's a psychopath.
Alright.
That is the word on the street internet. Do not cross TP, he is a maniac.
Oh, we'll just have to see about that today, see how that goes. So they are in the pits just waiting to head on out. We'll just have to wait and see who's going to be the first one. It seems that Ferrari is the first one out. It is going to be Lion Boy taking the first That followed by, I believe that is possibly Sticks. It is... Who is it? It is Sticks. So Lion and Sticks coming out, followed by the Bunghole, SWAT Cat, Key Cracker, Mistakes going out. It seems everyone is heading out right now for their opening lap. Oh, and Weaverus has already gone off on the first corner. No, not second corner, sorry. Pushed out by the others. Luckily, this is only an out lap, so it's not really that much of a issue. I'm actually going to get rid of that because I don't need that because that's annoying me. The leader, fastest lap. Yeah, we'll go fastest lap because higher detail pushes that way too far out. Alright, Bailey's out. Is anyone not in? So Mistake has stayed in. He's actually decided to let the pack actually, you know, stretch themselves out so they can actually have a nice clean. And it seems Causal is also same with Franco. I'm gonna wait until everyone has their fun and, well, warms up the track, let's say. And it appears Franco has decided to leave while everyone is, well, finishing their lap out. I'd say that is. Back online, boys. Currently on his fast lap is a bit twitchy. Out of turn 2, he's not exactly managed to keeping it that straight. Come in and out of turns 4 and 5. Getting to the end
Easy
of
on the corrections line, Jesus.
Oh, and there it is.
Whoa,
Yep.
there we go.
You gotta take it easy, Lion. You can't brute force it. You gotta ease it through the corner. You gotta treat it with respect because it will spit you out if you're not careful. And try not to race like Sticks going over all the curbs because, I mean, if Sticks is anything to go by, it will not end well for you. Comes in through turn 10, that nice sharp hairpin. Comes in down on the final straight, on the second last straight, I should say. So it's not actually a final straight because there is still a chicane just before the end. Going, maxing out about 200 miles an hour. Is not quite his top speed. I believe you can get up to 210, but maintaining a fair amount of speed through that last chicane. You come over that start-finish line with a 1:14, a respectable time. But I imagine, yep, there it is straight away. Sticks following right behind him with a 1:11, and oh, a bit of contact there from, is that Franco? AlphaTauri already trying to push McLaren out of the way there. That's a bit rough.
It was a love tap, Mr. Witch.
Yeah, but it's not something you like to see during the racing there, Hunter. I like to see a nice clean race. Every bit of contact not only hurts the driver, but it hurts the person who had the contact, especially if it was fast enough to sort of damage your wing.
I want violence. I want savagery. Oh, Bailey already. Sherald, he's taken the lead. He is looking good. Oh, Monkey posting a good time as well.
And a 1:10, yeah, it seems they're going very fast. I mean, it is a very fast track. So it'll be interesting to see if we can actually reach our, I believe the record we had last year with RTF1 was a 1:08, and I believe it was set by Darren, I think it was, or I forget what he used to go by, but I think Darren posted like a 1:08 around here, which was a blisteringly fast time, and I believe kept him in that pole position right up until race start, when he had a bit of a bad start and got passed by Aaron and the coin flip man himself, Miscellaneous, on the first turn, which was a bit unfortunate, but that's what you get when you get a bad start. All right, seems
Monkey's a real threat, I reckon.
Yep, he's coming through sector 3, 56 seconds as he comes up through to the last chicane. He's not quite maxed out, or he actually is maxed out at 198. He's definitely gone for a corner build.
Gunning for it.
107, 108, 109, 110. He hasn't got the fastest, but he is very close. He's 4.3 of a second below Bailey, which was, I forget where he's actually, it is Sherald, yep. Please use your proper names, guys, so I know who you are. And then we got Sticks back into the pit. Makes sense after that little love tap. Want to make sure his car's in absolute tip-top shape. We've got Weaverus coming down through Sector 3. Maxed out 196. Oh, he's gone for a bit of a downforce build as well. Oh, and Roxas Mason getting out of the way just in time. Weaverus to come through with the 110, 111. Ooh, wasn't able to quite to do it. He's still a full second behind pole position, but it seems that Cheryl's going for a speed build, able to max out his top speed at about 210. Seems to be the way to go. Same with Styx, although Styx is still about 0.8 of a second behind. Monkey, as he trying to go for again, went for a bit more downforce with this and is going straight into the pits. Obviously, he is done for that lap. So he maxed out at 195, I saw, which, I mean, it's not the fastest down the straight, but I mean, you hopefully makes up that time in the corners with that little bit extra downforce.
Let's see what the bunghole's doing, Mr. Witch.
Okay, Bunghole is coming through his final sector. He has also gone for a low downforce build. He's getting up to 200. Maintain that corner. Ooh, almost kissed the edge. He's got a 108, 109, 110. He might get pole. Oh,
Narrowly second.
Narrowly came second. Narrowly able to keep his teammate on pole position, but that is still a Alfa Romeo 1-2. I think the Italian Mafia may be a bit one-sided here. The other teams have got to put some serious practice in if they wanted to take these guys off their pedestal, because they are dominating right now. Six is coming back out again, give it another shot, probably just try and lock Monkey out of that third position, or maybe even challenge Bunghole. Although cutting the corner like that, Sticks, is not how you're going to get there, buddy. Comes in through.
McLaren, sponsored by Jim's Lawn Mowing and Gravel.
Oh, Lion Boy appears to have retired from the race. He must have been an unfortunate crash, and with a 114, he's at least got a half decent time, but it appears it's only going to get him into 13th position if he wasn't out of the race. But I digress. Goodness. Yeah, you were saying? Alright. Anyway, let's go check in on Roxas Mason. He's in the pit. Okay, let's look at Keycracker. Now, Keycracker, we didn't actually get to see last week. He was absent for the first race, but he's now back as he's coming through Sector 2, keeping it a little bit wide through there. A little bit twitchy down the straight. I think he might be on it. I think he might be on a controller. I don't think he's on a. Oh nope, that's definitely a wheel, because that was a very nice, easy turn as he comes in through turn 7 and 8. Oh, sorry, 8 and 9. Sorry, as he comes down into the hairpin turn 10. Keeping it nice and tidy. Oh, a little bit wide. Just missed the apex. Ooh, bit of a tank slapper coming out of there as he comes into the second to last straight. Sector 3. Pierce, we've gone for a downforce build. He's barely reaching 200 mile an hour as it is, keeping it fairly straight. Ooh, nice and twitchy out there. Lost a bit of speed on the exit from turn 11 and 12. Come for a 114. So respectable. 13th. He is down a bit, down at the second to last on the grid. Lion Boy is still ahead of him by 0.3 of a second, but this is his first race of the series, so gotta give him some credit. He is on the back foot in terms of having time on the track. But anyway, Plushy has come out for his outlap. He's probably going to try and regain that position he lost off that first qualification. I mean, he has still got a very fast lap. It's going to be very hard to wipe off that 0.3 of a second. He's going to have to be very, very precise in all of his all of his corners, all of his straights. Get that speed absolutely perfect. Oh no! And he overcooks it coming out of the chicane. Oh, just as he was about to start his outlap too, he overcooks it over the chicane, losing his front wing. He's out. He's definitely out for this race. There is no way he can do that. Keep to the side there, Plushy. Keep to the side. You got a faster driver coming out of the pit there. As with Strath coming up next to him, coming out of the pits. Gonna try and go for a faster lap here. He is sitting in 12th place right now. I do have confidence that he will be able to go a bit faster on this lap, but we'll have to wait and see. And to all those new viewers who have come and joined us, welcome in. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the channel views. We are in round 2 in Canada with the Canadian Grand Prix with the BCR F1 series. We've got nearly a full grid today. We've unfortunately already got Lion Boy out. I imagine he had a sort of catastrophic crash somewhere. He was able to
nose plant switch.
maybe. But I mean, he did at least manage to get a half decent placement in there. I mean, he's sitting in 13th position right now because he's out. It's pretty good for
Something interesting, Mr. Witch. Mistake hasn't left the pit yet.
That is true. He is actually running out of time. He's only got 6 minutes left. Granted, a lap only takes a minute, but you gotta allow yourself a minute and a half to actually run through your outlap first before you can actually start counting. So if he doesn't actually leave the pits, he will be starting at the back of the grid. And after such a strong performance last week, I don't really want to see that from this driver here. But anyway, let's check in on Roxas Mason. He's on his hot lap. He is at 112. Unfortunately, down that last straight, I don't think he's going to put a very particularly fast lap this time. And oh no! Narrowly missing that wall there. Got to watch that speed as we enter as we enter through a chicane there, Roxas Mason. Keeping it straight under power is definitely key there, and you cannot do that if you're coming in too fast. Alright, anyway, and Bailey has gone and set even... No, he has not. That's the same time there. He's done there. Catch up on Monkey as he is coming up through the end of Sector 1. Turn 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn 6 now. He's keeping it fairly straight. Oh, he's got a bit of traffic. Who is he caught up to? He's caught up to Roxas Mason, unfortunately, and that's ruined his hot lap there. Unfortunately, Roxas Mason was unable to get out of the way in time. He's having a bit of a hard time staying on the track as it is, which is a bit unfortunate to see because we do like to see Roxas Mason when he's driving. He's a very strong driver, but maybe just not quite having this day. He's got the fuel warning light on. He needs to go and refuel. Running a bit slow on this lap, Strath. I don't see any real gains happening from this segment. You do have 4 minutes left, so if you can stay out, I would. Got a nice clean track. There's no one there. The Mistake is still in the pits, or rather, he's just left, I believe. And is that Mistake? Are we about to see a camera change? No. No, we are not.
That is Monkey, I believe. That's just come back in.
That is indeed Monkey, who has just come back in. Who is... Okay, as we get Strath coming into the pits, and I chose not to finish that lap. Fair enough. Was in the pit. SWAT Cat is coming out. That's who we saw leave. It was SWAT Cat. He's going to try and get that 1 minute 12. Hopefully, he's warming up those tires. But we still don't have Mistake out of the pits. Mistake, what are you doing? You've only got 3 minutes left. If you don't leave now, you're not going to get a time on the board. I would up and.
There we go.
Look at the devil. Off we go. He's going to do an all or nothing single lap burst. Not going to bother using the whole of Q1. I think he's going to hope that in this 1 lap burst he has a nice clean race and is able to get into Q2. Because if he doesn't make Q2, that's it. He's not coming out at all. Just watch yourself on that exit there. You got to race right up behind you, Mistake. So make sure you sort of keep to the side there as Weaver's goes on past me next to him. Alrighty. I do not want to do that one. I want to be on. Did Mistake just disconnect? Mistake, if you're around, have you just disconnected? I will go and see what he's actually what's happened there, because he has gone back into the pits miraculously.
He's not in any of the chats.
No, he's not. It was 2 minutes left. He's not going to get a time in. If he has disconnected, then yeah, it would have sent him straight back into that pit lane. But unfortunately, he's not going to get a time, which means he's going to be starting at the back of the grid, which is not what you want to see at all. So watch Bunghole trying to go, nope, straight, almost head first into the pit wall there. We don't really want to see that ever. So obviously playing fate in the game, saying no, you cannot crash into the pits. We've seen that once IRL. It was not pretty. And we're just, her mistake is having issues with the game. It does keep crashing, which is a bit unfortunate. I mean, it's fairly stable now. It's not as stable as 2020 is, which you gotta wonder, what did they do just when they were doing the changeover? Because not much has changed, but it seems to be less stable than the 2020 version of this game, which is a bit, yeah. As we come in to finish the qualifying, the last minute with Weaverus. Going out through sector 2, he's a little bit slower through there. I don't believe he's going to be able to make up all that much time as he comes up through the final through turn 10 up to the second to last straight of sector 3. If he can keep it fairly straight over the chicane and not lose too much speed under braking, he should be able to. Or he's just going to go straight into the pits. Otherwise, with 40 seconds left, the only person back out on the course is SWAT Cat. Going as he enters sector 3 down that second to last straight. Will he go into the pits? He's got a 102, 103. He's got a good chance of potentially. No, he's going to go into the pits. He's going to finish out qualifying with everyone in pit lane. I still reckon he could have at least gotten close to beating that 112, but he's obviously happy with that 112 in 10th place. Go into Q2 in 10 seconds, since everyone is in. I believe it just sort of shaved off 30 seconds there because there's no one else on track, so there's no point continuing in Q2 in Q1, as we'll head into Q2 momentarily. Overall, a very, very, very good opening session in Q1. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Hunter?
You know, another strong showing from the Mafia. They're going to be a formidable team to go forward. But one thing I do want to point out, very good showing from Team Red Bull. Weaverus and Monkey.
Absolutely. Managing to finish in a 3rd and 5th place position, and remind me next time to actually put a sort of small picture-in-picture here for the time trial when we go back to this. Coming in 3rd and 5th, making it through to Q2 to be able to go back out again. Unfortunately, the bottom 4 will not be progressing through to Q2. I don't believe, unless I'm mistaken. So unfortunately, it is going to be as it stands. So it'll be Roxas Mason, Lion Boy, Strath, and Mistake. Unfortunately, because the game keeps on crashing, unable to continue on to Q2. Unless I'm mistaken, I do hope I am. As we head back onto the course, it has started raining. The time between Q1 and Q2, it has decided it wants to rain, which means that everyone's going to have to rethink their
if you wish.
We're going to see some slippery racing now, which will be, well, beautiful to see. By the looks of it, I think everyone is actually going to have a chance to go out for Q2, which is going to be great. Because some races are going to be good in the wet, some not so much.
Let's see how the suicidal Mr. Sticks goes.
Since I believe he's gone straight out first up, wants to utilize his 15 minutes as much as possible. With Cheryl leading the pack as well, and it looks to be Aston Martin of Keycracker. Cheryl, Keycracker, and Sticks all out. Keycracker letting Sticks go past, a wise move, because you don't really want to be behind Sticks when he gets a bit mental and starts to spin out. Then again, you don't want to be too close to him when that does happen, because you might hit him as well. Sticks, stay on the track, please. You just can't help it. You can't help it, but sticking a wheel off the track. Even there, he's just kissed the side of the track. Had no real reason to. Left the track right there. He just can't seem to stay on the track. This boy.
Sometimes people miss their true callings, Mr. Witch.
I mean, I would not be surprised if upon retirement he opens up his own, as you say, lawn mowing business up. And Cheryl is just frozen on the side there. Perhaps had a bit of a glitch in the matrix. Cousinhood. This is the F1 2021. You're watching the BCR or the Barbarian Championship Racing F1 series for 2021. It is a amateur esports series where a bunch of us all being brought together thanks to the original Six racer right here, who's developed this league himself. He is the showing off why Jim's Mowing is the main sponsor for McLaren Racing at the moment. Cutting the corner, going over that grass. Yes, the original Six here is the organizer of this tournament. Whoop. A bit of a slide there. Gathered all these races together to have a full grid esports racing league, as we are part of another league called the Rooster Teeth F1, which is a bunch of Rooster Teeth fans in Australia. We have a bit of a racing league, but unfortunately it was a bit too one-sided, where half the grid was very good, half the grid was very bad. He wanted something a little bit more even, a little bit more level playing field. So he developed this, and we are in round 2 of the series right now in Canada. Joined in the commentary box by the lovely Hunter Seeker algorithm.
Hey, baby.
As we go through the Q2, where it has started racing, it has started raining, and Styx still cannot seem to stay on the track.
It's not his day today, is it?
Yeah. I mean, granted, he has just posted.
Sense. Now that the rain's come.
Yeah. I mean, granted, he has just posted the fastest lap of 1:20, but he was slowed down a fair bit. And yep, there goes Bunghole to say, nope, I'll take that, thanks.
1:19 in the wet. I think everyone's going to be real cautious now, Mr. Witch.
Yep, because
slower time.
They've gained 10 seconds over Q1, because Q1 we're getting down to 1 minute 10.2 and 1 minute 10.5 for the leaders. Now they're at 1 minute 19, which is to be expected. And no worries, Demarcus. I will call you Demarcus. Thank you. All right, so as we check, they're all going to be gaining about 10 seconds. They all seem to have done that as well. Franco managed to pull a 1 minute 21 and TP a 1 minute 22. He is not going to be happy with that. Oh, and as we saw behind there,
yeah.
Franco going for a bit of a spin off of turn 2 there. Hang on there. All right, Franco, the course is clear. Off you go. And that's all good as Plushy storms past. Posting a 1 minute 25.
That's right, Big Mick.
4 seconds ahead of Monkey. Monkey's not having a good day today. First posting a bit of a lousy time trial in Q1 when it was dry, and now going for a 1 minute 29, and it seems that Strath as well spun out. Everything's happening now with the rain out here, ladies and gentlemen. All the races spinning out of control. No one's able to actually stay on the track. We'll catch in on Causal, who did not miss last week. What am I saying? It was the other drivers, the SWAT Cat and Keycracker, that missed last week. Speaking of which, they have not come out. And it would appear that Mistake has dropped out of the lobby purely because I believe his game has crashed and he was not able to join back in. The same as watching Causal come through sector 2, through turn 8 and 9, passing Strath, who decided to just skip the corner altogether. As we come down to the tightest corner of the track, turn 10. I think it's called the Rolex U-turn. I don't know. I'm just calling it the Rolex U-turn. Strath taking a little bit wide. Okay, right. Don't know why you decided to do that, because that is a goodbye. There's a goodbye to that man right there. We do not need that in here. Thank you very much. If you wish to speak vitriol like that, you are going to get the boot. I do not want you there. And it would appear...
See you later, sweetheart.
Causal has crashed into the pit? No, he's waiting for his teammate. He got banned, Demarcus, because he, well, let's just say, was not civil. He was a bit disgusting, a bit toxic. So I'm just like, goodbye. And I do not appreciate any toxicity in here. I do not appreciate anything that is just generally foul demeanored and foul mannered, because we do not need that here. Checking on Weaverus coming through.
Yeah, he puts up with me. He puts up with me in commentary.
I do, but you're just Ozzy. You're not toxic. You don't reach into that toxic realm where you're just like. What?
I don't know. I did just make a center joke.
You did, yes, but well, just gloss over that one. Alright, second. Key Cracker still not out yet. Bunghole. Cheryl coming into the pits after setting a very admirable 1 minute 20. Unfortunately, is going to be I
think they're going to kick back and have some champagne and caviar.
Possibly. I don't think anyone's going to beat them. Closest is Sticks, and he's still 0.4 of a second off, but he's staying in the pits at his last 9 minutes. I don't see him coming out at all. While she's staying in, Franco has spun on turn 2 again.
And Weaverus is out.
Weaverus.
Did I say that correctly?
Yes, he is out, either disconnected or crashed. Unfortunately, we did miss that.
Boy.
Nope, he has crashed. As we just saw there, Weaverus went past him. He has crashed on the turn 4, I believe that was. GravXT, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome to the BCR F1 Championship Round 2 in Canada. Franco just lets Strath pass to go for a nice little fast one through turns 8 and 9, and it seems he has missed turn 9 again. He seems he can't really make that one. Turning all that well as he heads. We follow Strath and Monkey. Was that Monkey? No, Franco. And through turn 10. Oh, Franco, what's your braking distance there? What's your braking distance there, my friend? Okay. I am. That may be your favorite song, but I do ask Demarcus if you just please refrain from posting links for the moment here, unless they are necessary, needed, or relevant. But thank you for sharing, all the same. That's all good, all good. Thank you for sharing all the same, but just would rather keep things relevant or refrain from posting unless asked. And looks, oh no, Bailey!
Oh!
He's going for a bit of a spin off of turn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cheryl, my boy, what's happened is he's still got a front wing. It looks to still have a front wing. And we have... Okay, we have someone who's managed to come back in. Okay, AZN 14325. I imagine you are the same person that I banned before. Hello? Now I'm gonna let you stay for the moment, but if you do end up talking like you were before, I will ban this account as well. So I'll let you hang around for the moment, but please do not talk like that ever again, otherwise I will ban. And these, at the moment, you are being held by Twitch because it seems that you have appeared to evade, so your chats are being held, only I'm able to actually see them at the moment. So yeah, I will. Really? Okay. So AZN, no offense, do not actually believe that. I'm sorry, but I will let you stick around for the moment. Without banning this, so that you can be, well, you enjoy the racing right now. See what.
of a mixed lap there from a poor Sherald.
Yes, indeed. Running off the track right
Enjoyed
there.
some of the
Whoop.
this
Oh!
oh.
Going for a bit of a donut there.
Donuts.
Uh, okay.
Oh, that's some of that fine racing there, Mr. Witch. We got some donuts.
We do. Oh, it seems they're having a bit of a chat there. Sherald and Bunghole. Maybe having a bit of a discussion on how they're going to be doing the racing. Strath is on his phone in the pits. I hope he's not racing. Yep, he's in the pits. He's in the pits. He's done his Q2. He's managed to gain a few places there, which is good to see. And unfortunately, Roxas Mason not having a great time out there in the wet, running very slow. Oh, and he's spun, unfortunately, again. Whoa, whoa, careful there, careful. Ooh, ghosted just in time.
Ghosting just in time.
Ghosting comes to the rescue. That's a bit unfortunate there. Spinning off of turn 6, I believe that was, or turn 7. Oh, no.
Oh, another one.
It seems he can't quite.
That's the front of the car.
Oh, no.
Oh,
watch that throttle there, buddy. You gotta watch that throttle.
Oh.
So, AZN, you do realize no one can see your chats because Twitch can recognize that you're possibly evading a ban by doing this. So none of your chats are being published. No one can see any of them. Only I can. So you're wasting your time right now. But anyway, goodbye. Alrighty, as we Roxon Mason, he's coming in through, and why have I lost all of my detail? Alright. Telemetry enabled. Oh, I didn't actually have that up, that's why. Okay. And for 1 minute 50, he's not going to quite get there. He's only 2 minutes on that lap, but unfortunately he did spin out a few times. It is tricky in the wet, I will admit. It is very, very tricky to race. Oh, Franco's out as well. He must have had a bit of a crash.
Oh, oh.
Oh dear.
Some fatalities in the water.
Yeah. So who do we have out right now?
Oh!
Ooh, Roxas Mason unfortunately spinning on turn 2. That is a bit of a tricky corner, especially in the wet. And it seems he can't quite manage to get any grip whatsoever at the moment. Let's just hope he has a bit of a better time once the race actually does get underway. Unfortunate, but that's what happens when it's wet. So let's have a look at TP as he comes through sector 2 on full
Not
wets.
a great deal of change in the rankings, but a Plushie is pushed up to 4th. Unfortunately, Monkey has lost Weaverus to a crash, and TP just not a fan of the rain. He I hear him screaming obscenities at the weather.
Yeah. Probably muffled obscenities, given just how wet it is, because it is absolutely pouring, and he's in full. Half the pack was in full wets. Sticks managed to do that fast up on intermediates. Very interesting. He comes in. Strath is still out. Did I just see a wheel back there? Ghosted wheel? Interesting. As we still have Strath and Roxas Mason still out on the track, although Roxas Mason is coming back into the pits, leaving Strath to finish up a faster sector 1 as he comes into sector 2. Taking that corner very tightly, almost I'd say a little too tightly, even though it is wet. Possibly taking that corner just that little bit too tight there. It's coming down into the second to last straight. 1 minute 12, 1 minute 13. He's not gonna get pole. He's definitely not gonna get pole. But he is gonna make contact, unfortunately. 24, 25, 26. No, he's not gonna make that much. He is gonna increase his time by 3 seconds, but still only puts him in 8th position. Bring Q2 to an end. Or is he gonna try and go for another lap? He shouldn't be able to do that. He should be done. Oh, it's because SWAT Cat is still out making his lap. Oh, 26. Yeah, I made a bit of contact with the wall there. 129, 130. Yeah. Unfortunately, not the greatest start for Aston Martin today. And I think I have my music disabled. That's why there's no music here.
The last lap. Last
Oh.
final lap. Somehow I made it.
And that is our, that looks like our grid.
Alright, with Alfa Romeo 1-2, Bunghole this time being on top instead of Bailey, since Bunghole prefers the rain more than Cheryl does. The McLaren in third for the qualifying, with 5 races out due to either disconnections or just general crashing out, unfortunately. Okay, right. It seems this streamer does not want to take the hint. I do appreciate the message, Twitch streamer 12309. But no one can see your message because Twitch has flagged you as a ban evader. And I'm willing to suggest that Twitch is flagging you correctly. So, welcome in all the same. But please behave or you will be banned. Even though no one can see your messages right now because it does seem to be that you are a ban evader. According to Twitch anyway. If you're not, I do apologize. But yes, for the moment, your chats are not being seen because Twitch believes you to be a bit suspicious. Anyway, as we come up for Q3, we have a much smaller grid as the bottom 5 did not qualify at all for this Q3. Got Swatcat, Bunghole, and it does seem to be wet. Doesn't seem to be as wet, seems to have dried a little bit, but it still seems to be fairly wet on the track.
It is still raining, Mr. Witch.
See your illegitimate son coming for a very fast out lap. Seems to have done a bit better. Let's bring some telemetry up so we know exactly what everyone is doing. Get the tires out. Everyone's on intermediates. I'm not sure I agree with that. I'm not sure intermediates were the best one. I would have thought that a full wet would have been a better choice to go for, but see if it pulls up, if it works out for them.
A lot of them are in very fast cars, Mr. Witch. Well, particularly the Italian Mafia. They've gone with the all-out speed build.
But you say that, except they're not managing to eclipse that 200 miles an hour down the straight, because these cars, when put to the absolute max on a top speed centric setup, they can reach 210 miles an hour. But I'm yet to see that on the cars, except for maybe Styx. They managed to get to about 205, 206 miles down the back straight during the first qualifying. As we catch here, nice flying lap through turns 7 and 8 as he comes down the sector 2 straight. I'm sure it has a name, I don't know it.
Smooth driving.
Comes in through turn 8 and 9. Nice and smooth, all getting a bit wide there. Just an exit though. He comes down to the I'm calling it the Rolex corner. Probably not call that, but I'll just call it the Rolex corner. No, not quite as tight as it could be. Just missed the apex. But it does have a nice clean exit into that last final stretch. 1 minute 1, 1 minute 2. He's not going to reach his dry time of 1 minute 10, but he will possibly beat his old last lap as TP crosses with a 1 minute 20, which was definitely one of the faster laps from the previous qualifying. Strath comes with a 121. Go Strath there. And yep, there he is with a 1 minute 19.
Making it look very easy at the moment. But he does have some hot pursuit with a Cheryl coming in there with another 119.
Oh, and Plushy coming with a 1 minute 20. Styx through as well with a 1 minute 19.5.
Looks like these 9 are ones to watch. Monkey also beating the 119.
Indeed,
This
indeed.
could be a very interesting race.
It seems the intermediates were the way to go. Because it does seem that the rain has.
Strath posting a 121.
We're all getting faster. Oh, and well, there he goes.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
there he goes.
yep. Does he still have a front wing? I can't tell because the camera is in a really bad spot. Please change the camera for me, game. Or not. Because I would like. Oh, I think there might be some damage on his front wing because he's not exactly keeping it straight. No, it appears his wing is fine. Which is interesting. That's Plushy. What am I saying? Plushy had the crash. Look at Strath. He's not doing bad. Swatcat is still in the pit. I wonder if he's actually going to come out as we see Sherald beating his teammate for a 118. Blisteringly fast lap. DeMarcus, do we think he could still win of Plushy? He could. It's possible. But we'll have to just wait and see. At the moment, I think it's going to be another Italian Mafia 1-2, but which 1-2 will it be? Since I believe Cheryl won last time with Bunghole coming second, but if they were to exchange places after this week, they'd have a tied first place on the leaderboard with everything. As we watch Sticks just scream past there. Sector 2 is coming a little bit hot through turns 8 and 9. Doesn't keep nice and clean though. With the exit of turn 9 as he comes down into turn 10. And exiting sector 2 is a little bit slower. Have to try really hard here to try and make up that 0.8 of a second, which is a tall order.
Around the Rolex watch.
Yeah, it's a very tall order to see if he can bring up that 0.8 of a second down the fast straight. As it appears that Sherald is going to try and pass him on the inside, even though it's not exactly the best way to do it. Does anyone... Yes. If you're trying to be clever, DeMarcus. Cool. And we do know who that is, but I will not mention who it is. Yeah, and if you do, I will delete it. So... yeah. All good, trying to be clever, but yeah, that's not really appropriate for here. Sorry. Okay, Swatcat is out. He's got a nice empty circuit as everyone's gone in for fresh tires, give it dry, and it appears the rain legitimately has actually stopped. The track is going to start to dry out as we go, so the intermediates may actually be who may actually be able to get faster as we finish this. They have 5 minutes left. Yep, and Cheryl is going on the softs. TP is going on the softs. They're going to do an all-out, see if they can actually regain a possibly close to 5 seconds with these softs. That is if the track is dry enough to begin with. Alrighty.
Swatcat is taking advantage of the raindrop.
And I believe he's just done a fastest sector 1. Purple on the map means they've just had a sector record. So he's done a fast sector 1, which means if he can maintain that and create a fast sector 2, he does have a chance of actually knocking off the Italian Mafia from 1 and 2. And if we look at this time, 51, it's not a sector 2 record, but it is still a very fast sector 2 as he comes down into the final straight past the Rolex corner at turn 10. Well, this is where it's time to really put the hammer down. Open up your DRS, utilize all that extra speed you have. But he's still not managing to get anywhere over 200 miles an hour. He hasn't set his car up for speed at all. He's just set it up so he can do the cornering. Although slowed down a lot through that final chicane there. 1 minute 22, 23. Unfortunately, unable to make use of that fast first sector with a 126. Over 5 seconds actually slower than even eighth position with Strath. Very unfortunate, given he's only got 3 minutes left. He's gonna have to stay out and make use of all the time he's got.
Quite a few have switched to the soft tyres now. They're going out for another try.
They have indeed. Well, they're still in the pits. TP and Sticks are on their way out to make use of. Oi! I say that.
Hello,
Sticks.
spinning top.
Got a little bit too confident, a bit too quickly there.
Whoopsie.
On the outlap as well. He's done.
Let's mow the Lord a bit.
Yep. Sticks is done for with this qualifying. He does not have enough time to go back and get a repair that wing, get some fresh tires. I may have been a little bit early to actually come out on those soft tires, it would seem. As Strath is actually doing well on those soft tires. He comes through sector 1. I think he may have been on track long enough to actually get some grip into those tires, unlike Sticks, who was pushing a little bit too hard to start with, which given the outlap is to, you know, warm up the tires, but Sticks just didn't get that memo from the crew chief. Strath going through turns 7 and 8. Nope, 6 and 7, I should say. With the sector 1 being record being posted by Monkey just before, he may be looking for a new lap record. I expect they're all looking for new lap records, being on soft compound tires right now. As we exit sector 2 with Strath being over 4 seconds faster. I think we may see a new lap. No, I spoke too soon. Oh dear, I spoke too soon. Strath, get moving. There's a racer coming up behind you. We almost had a new lap record, and he unfortunately spun on that last turn 10. I hate to see it. But oh well, the person behind him is going to be Monkey. Let's see if Monkey is actually able to pull off a fastest lap here. He is on his outlap, unfortunately. So it is not going to be a recorded time. However, Strath did not record a faster time there. That spin out donut severely costed him time there. As we go to Chili Sauce.
Everyone except Spot Cat is out.
Well, I don't think Swat Cat's going to be able to recover from that unfortunate crash he had. Well, he does have 1 minute. If he gets out before the 1 minute's up, he can still go for a lap. But he's going to have to do that in under 3 minutes, which will be definitely pushing it. And Sticks with a 1 minute 15. There we go. That's what we were waiting for. With a fastest lap.
Let's see how long it lasts, Mr. Witch.
I don't think it'll last very long at all. Checking on Bunghole as he comes down the final. Nope. As we check in with Cheryl as he comes down the final stretch through the final chicane. He's on a 1 minute 4, 5, 6. Oh no, he's beaten that easy. He's gonna get a 1 minute 11 or a 1 minute 10. He's beaten his Q1 time on a damp track with soft compound tires. 1 minute 10:03.
Great
Blisteringly fast lap. So
and Strath has come in the second. Oh no!
as we come in, as he decides to go flying. I mean, he did post a 1 minute 14.
He set a very good time.
I get the feeling that 1 minute 14 was him just going full throttle and then forgetting he was full throttle and flying off of turn 1. And we have a red flag. It appears we have a red flag on the track, meaning that the qualifying must end. Unfortunate. If not all of
In the meantime, Bunghole has also set a very fast time. Chili Sauce has jumped up
They all have
to
it.
111.
Sticks has been pushed out to 7th position. That is definitely unfortunate. With Plushie and Swat Cat running at the end, not a very strong start for Aston Martin. I mean, they did make the top 9, but exactly a very strong.
Oh, there it is. Plushie's jumped up to 4th.
Ooh, very nice. The 1 minute 11.
Well done, my illegitimate child. I might recognise you one day.
Seems that Sticks may have met his match in terms of drivers this week, because he's starting down in 8th position. 8th position, he's definitely not going to be happy about that. We're checking on Strath, which he's probably going to come straight into the pits because he has no front wing, and he's done a 1 minute 39 so far. So as soon as he enters the pits, that is going to be the end of qualifying for this session. Alright, I need to adjust a couple of things. We have no music for whatever reason. Audio settings. Music. Why do I have no music? Where is my... Okay, music is meant to be on. I have no idea why it's not. Anyway. Okay, as we
What a
ended
fascinating
for...
qualifying.
Yes, indeed. We had beautiful sunshine for beautiful fast laps and then pouring rain and then eventually started to dry out to put a record time on a damp track. Not exactly dry, but a damp
I
track.
didn't get the time to. I didn't get the time.
Okay, as we...
Good work by Cheryl, Bunghole, and Monkey there.
Hmm,
And Plushy with the recovery.
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, if we look at the... If we go into the advanced scene with the race director, see all of the different... we don't see any instance. Yep, instance here. So we had Strath constant corner cutting. All corner cutting. Just all corner cutting. Alrighty. So we get ready to get underway for the main race. It is going to be a 32 lap race, I believe, which isn't quite full length, but full length enough that you have to start worrying about your fuel rating. Whether you go full rich, go lean, or go mixed. If you go lean, you'll be able to go forever, but you won't be able to actually go the fastest. Where if you go rich, you'll go a lot faster, but you'll run out of fuel very, very, very quickly. Wait for the rest to join in. So the race starts to get underway. But based on that qualifying, should be a very good day of racing. As the race will start in at 10.
Looks like it's dried out, Mr. Witch, so it's going to be a dry track.
Nice dry track indeed. It's going to be very, very handy. As they will be doing a parade lap first, though, to get those tires nice and warm. Hopefully we don't get any incidents throughout that parade lap, like we have seen in the past, but... And so far so good. And I spoke too soon. It seems that Red Bull and Williams had a bit of contact there. Strath is disqualified. Wow, 3 DQs off the start already.
Disqualified immediately.
I believe that may have possibly been to not moving in time and causing a bit of a crash, or making contact with someone in an unfortunate manner. You never like to see that. Strath, after doing such a strong qualification, to have him immediately be disqualified and go to the back of the pack with mistake, you hate to see it, but it happens. Let's bring up the rest of my telemetry and my lap data. Do position change. Oh no, do maybe tires. We'll do tire. Okay, interval will work. Fine. Okay. Seems that some of the other races didn't quite get the memo of wanting to want the tires. Bunghole choosing to do very minimal warming up the tires, keeping it nice and straight, keeping Monkey at bay while his partner Cheryl. It's a nice clean run. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that because it is the parade lap, but I digress. And it seems that Bunghole's fan club has joined the chat with DeMarcus. He is not unfortunately did not retain that pole position. His teammate Cheryl, who seems to be fast in the dry, just took him, but it is still a Alfa Romeo 1-2. I wonder if they'll cooperate or if they'll try to one-up each other and cause themselves to implode. We'll just have to wait and see. Wait for all the drivers to get ready onto the grid. And we are underway. Race 2, Canada, with the BCR F1 Championship as we go into turn 1 and 2, and is jostling for position there with Monkey and Plushy with Plushy just coming out on top there. Monkey hot on his heels. Bunghole and Cheryl holding onto that 1-2 position very easily. Bunghole seeming to act like a bit of a wall to allow Cheryl a nice clean passage through those first 2 corners. As we and Plushy in third place, followed closely by Monkey, although Team McLaren seems to have gained a few more places. They've managed to come right behind each other. They have a very sort of jostle. It seems the Sticks is going to make a move on his partner here with I guess TP. Will he manage to do? He's got the inside line. This is a tight corner through turn 10, and he managed to hold it. Oh, but TP's just in front of that white line. May have done it, and it seems he's just managed to pass as he goes through turn 11. Very tight going through there. Very aggressive first start as we are starting to see a bit of separation. Ooh, nearly into the fence there. Oh, Plushy, what has happened to Plushy? He's had a bit of an issue there. He's dropped down to 6th place, allowing Chili Sauce a chance to catch up. But McLaren and Red Bull have soared away instead, while Bunghole seems to be having a bit of a battle with his own teammate here. It seems they may be going for the one-upmanship with this race, which I wouldn't have thought would be the smartest thing to do, especially considering I believe Bunghole did win last time, so maybe he's trying to get that second first place.
Out.
It is okay. And what is the cause of this safety car? Can we find it? I believe it would be a Roxas Mason has made a little bit of a crash. Yes, he has. He's lost his front wing. It's unfortunate. Having a virtual safety car, you must hold your position while Roxas Mason limps his way home. You are unable to overtake during a safety car, so Cracker starting on the hards as well. Bit of a bold decision, bold strategy right there. Starting on the hard compounds instead of the soft compounds. Cracker, watch yourself there. You may get a penalty there by overtaking Roxas Mason. This is a virtual safety car. You are unable to overtake during this time.
It flashed off right as he passed him.
There we go. Oh, right, okay. It is no longer virtual safety car.
Weaverus, Lion, Franco, and Plushy.
Ooh, yes.
Pit early.
Changing to the hard compounds. It seems they're all wanting to go for the slightly harder compound tires. I mean, Franco going for mediums instead of softs, while everyone else is settled on the soft compounds. Mistake making good use of that early pit by a lot of those other drivers to really pick up a few extra places now. Checking Causal and Strath in a 3-way battle now, it seems. Strath barely managing to hold on as Causal goes for a move on the inside. Will he manage to do it? No, he won't. It's a bit too far back, but oh, Strath going wide there. Oh, he's misjudged his turning circle and he's turned way too late. He's gone into the wall, allowing mistaken Causal to slip straight past him.
The wall. You don't want that in your diet, Strath.
No, you do not. Maybe come to that corner a little bit wider to start with and turn a little bit earlier so you don't actually end up going off the track due to turning circle, because the turning circle in these cars is quite large, unfortunately. And check in on Causal, having a nice little hotly contested battle with Causal here for that 7th position there. Causal just barely managing to hold off Mistake through that turn 2. We enter turn 3 and 4. Causal managing to push away a little bit as he turns into turn 6. Comes into turn 7. Oh, Causal having a bit of contact on the wall there. Mistake utilizing this to make his move against Causal, and he does it on the outside nice and cleanly. So watch those walls there, guys. As soon as you make contact, you're going to lose some time, and Personal Home's going to make use of that mistake and just zoom on past. Right. What else do we have? We have a 4-way battle here.
3-way battle.
Well, 3-way as Roxy Mason is being lapped the Ghost. We've got Monkey and TP making use of that slipstream to come on the inside of turn 1. Roxas Mason unfortunately going off the track there on turn 1. And he's getting a 3-second penalty for cutting that corner. PP passing Monkey with ease through that on the inside. I don't think he's going to take that line down. He's going to try and claw his way back as fast as he can. Interesting. Looking at that lap leaderboard so far. It is a Alpha 1 McLaren 2. I mean,
pretty much. It's the gap between Styx and Sherald is 5 seconds, which is considerable.
I don't see that getting any closer anytime soon, unless a safety car comes on or a unfortunate pit stop or even a crash. Bunghole is still keeping his lead. He has passed his teammate. A little scuffle seems to have had Sherald making a small mistake, and Bunghole's obviously taking very much advantage of that. But will they be able to hold it, or will they get another safety car lock up again like we saw last week in Brazil? You have a very strong inkling that I think they may be able to hold on for most of this race. When they are, well, quite a fair way ahead.
The battle's going to be in 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Seems Monkey is not giving up. He's managed to claw it back to half a second now. He saw 0.4 or 0.3 of a second before. Will he manage to get TP by being a bit ballsy, a bit brave through these corners, or will TP just go ahead through sheer discipline through those corners? And we have a crash in. We have a crash in Weaverus. Nope. Weaverus no, as Roxas Mason on sector 1. Fortunately, having another crash there, causing a bit of a yellow flag. He has been lapped, unfortunately, by the whole grid, it seems. Oh dear. This does not seem to be his day, Roxas Mason. Get moving, mate. You're gonna get this car's coming your way. And Line.
That's all right. I think you'll be a ghost, Mr. Wick.
He will be a ghost for this race. Line's already back in the pits. What are you doing there, Line?
He's going for his 2nd of 12 pit stops.
Not the greatest strategy, but a strategy nonetheless. Oh, a bit loose there. Out of turn 3. No, turns 8. There, turn 7 there, Styx. Comes down behind. It goes to Roxas Mason, who has gone off the track again. Oi! I believe he just hit the wall there. Will TP make use of that? I don't believe he did. Styx did lose a fair bit of pace there, but obviously not enough for the TP to make the move. And Bailey and Bunghole are at it again. So Sherald passing on the back straight. This seems to be where the overtakes are going. They just seem to be slingshotting each other forward on each lap. It's like a little fun game for them. One lap Sherald, 1 lap Bung. 1 lap Sherald, 1 lap Bung.
This is the sort of race that makes me wish for a blue shell, Mr. Witch.
Ah, yes. Especially the more modern current blue shell, which has an explosion instead of just hitting the person in front. Because that way, if 1 and 2 would be able to be taken out in one fell swoop. And it seems that Roxas Mason has dropped out of the race, unfortunately, either through crash or disconnect. Unfortunate, you hate to see it, but it does happen.
Well, it appears the Italian Mafia is going to run away with this at the which the only time they're going to be caught up to is when they go to pit.
I would like to take a moment to just have a look at this. It seems that Styx has made a mistake and maybe spun or crashed somewhere. He's back down in 6th position now. Chili sauce and and I spoke too soon. Monkey crash spinning out on turn 10, ghosting through as his teammate runs past. Is that his teammate? No, it was Chili Sauce of Alpine. Catch up. And it was Lion Boy actually going past. Regaining one of his laps gone, but we'll have to just wait and
The
how
chili
that
sauce
goes.
now is hot on his engine.
Mm. Is
Oh, and he's now moved into fourth.
fourth past Monkey, yes, because Monkey is going in for some fresh tires. I imagine he. It's only 9 laps down though. I can't imagine why he would have changed to a fresh set of mediums after only 9 laps. Alrighty. So
Oh, there is now a 20-second gap between TP and third. Oh, now TP's dropped off. He's been caught by chili
oh
sauce.
dear, he has indeed. I don't think he's going to take that lying down. I think chili sauce is. Ooh, he's got a target on his back now.
He leaned out of his car and called chili sauce an arsehole when he passed.
Meanwhile, Team Alfa Romeo have a comfortable lead of 20 seconds. They are half the track ahead, and it seems that Lion Boy has stopped. So, yeah, seems to be having engine problems. I don't think he's not be able to actually maintain speed. Yeah, he's not actually able to accelerate, or he's choosing not to accelerate.
This is the sort of drive you take when you go through the countryside, mister, when you want to take in all the scenery. It's a very nice, pleasant drive. Doesn't belong in a raceway, though, does it, Lion? You useless gobshite!
Gonna say it better myself. I mean, this is a race, Lion. You do have to remember this is a race. It's not the time to be leisurely as he passes Causal, but he's still a number of laps behind. We catch up on the rest of the track, or we're at lap 9. Halfway through lap 9, while Lion Boy is still on lap 8. And he's in for his. God, how many
Third
pits?
pit stop.
Let's
He's
see.
now in for his third pit stop.
Yep, stops. He has had 3 stops. Like, what?
He's got to make sure the beast is fine-tuned.
I mean, but...
He needs to make sure the paint looks good.
Like... I mean, sure. But he's a lap down. He's done 3 more stops than our leaders, who are still yet to actually go in for their first... Oh, I say that, and they've gone in for their very first stop right now as Bunghole comes in for a fresh set of tyres. It is 10 laps done. He was on softs. He's then going to come out on mediums with his teammate right behind him. Will Chili Sauce catch up in time? He's gonna cut it close. They're gonna catch up. Will he close the gap? He's now 5 seconds behind. In Chili Sauce, I believe, is still on relatively fresh mediums. Not a lot of tyre wear at all in those tyres as of yet. He hasn't really been on the gravel. Hasn't been on the grass. He's actually kept a fairly clean race. Really how he's managed to catch them so quickly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to more chili on the stick there.
Yeah.
Put that chili on the stick, chili sauce, and ram it right up that bunghole. I want to see his rim burn.
I think he may have heard you because he's starting to catch on Sherald right now. He's got it down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's... Oh, there seems to be a bit of traffic.
Exhaust.
Key Cracker's causing a little bit of traffic, it would seem. Oh no, because there is a safety car. That is what is causing it. There is an actual safety car on the track. No idea why there's a safety car on track, but there is. As the entire race is going to bunch up now, we're gonna have to get a bit of a full track restart. Lion Boy still unable to fully catch up that lap because he was not in the pits when the safety car came out. I do love though, it is an Aston Martin DBS, I believe. One of the sporty ones. It's a very good looking car. Very fitting Aston Martin to be in pseudo second place during this safety car when really he's in 13th. He is a lap down. He did not get out in front, but can't make any passes while on safety car.
The car used to come out and look like your mum's car.
Yeah, they used to use just like any little like hatchback or sedan.
It's a pizza delivery guy who got lost.
I remember watching one of the German Grand Prix a number of years ago, and they brought out BMW M5. Granted, the M5 is a very good car. It's a very fast car, very sporty car. Oh, Oh dear, and there's been a collision. TP and Monkey, a
TP
severe
and Monkey.
collision. Demarcus, unfortunately, I do not have my sound effects active on here.
Collided with bunghole.
There's a lot of collisions happening on this safety car lap. A time when everyone's supposed to be, you know, going slowly, they all seem to be hitting each other. Yes, I will refund you that. Don't worry, Demarcus. Unfortunately, I do not have my sound effects active on this setting profile. I do need to reactivate them, but I do not have them active at the moment. Right.
I think one of his, because I think he's got me on his soundboard too.
That's 7 months ago. That's 3 days ago. I need to go to... Where is it? Why? I want to... Why can I not do that? Well, anyway, sorry. Points are gone. I can't refund that. It's unfortunate. Oh well. Deal with that later. The safety car's still out. Jeez, what could be causing this much of an issue? Are they waiting for everyone to bunch up so for a race restart or whatever? Whoop, TP, don't take the inside. Weaverus, you're getting a bit close there, mate. Jeez, that corner's a bit chaotic, getting very chaotic right now. Actually, he's been all up and down the grid today. He's been third, he's been 14th, he's now 8th. I don't think he really knows where he wants to be on the grid at the moment because he can't seem to hold a place properly, and he's been overtaken. He's been overtaken on safety car. That's definitely not allowed. Causal, you're gonna have to move over. You cannot overtake on a safety car. Flashy needs to move ahead of Causal because I believe overtaking on a safety car is a drive-through penalty or at least a 5-second penalty. 35 laps. Yes, so 35 laps is, I believe, a 80% race. A full race is actually 45 laps or 50 laps. So this is an 80% race because a full race takes over an hour, and we don't all have that kind of time. And mistake with a severe collision with Strath. What has happened here? Oh, Strath's gone into the back of Mistake, it would seem. And whoop. Causal, a little bit too far back there. Get between Plushie and Mistake there. Yep, there you go. Oh, Plushie, what is going on? Plushie, hold your spots. You are ahead of Causal, Plushie. What are you doing dropping back there? There's going to be many penalties off this safety car lap with people overtaking. Whoop. Oh, and Franco... Cracker has had a severe collision and he is out. He's lost the front of his car on a safety car lap, no less. Oh dear. That's 2 races out, not even halfway through.
Real shame, Franco Begbie.
Alrighty, apparently Bunghole is in the ears of one of the guys in chat. I do not appreciate when you're making him say there, if that is the case.
Anyway. Cracker, he's out.
Yes, he had a bit of a mishap on the straight. We did miss it, unfortunately. I don't have a angle of it to look back on to see exactly what happened. It appears he had a bit of a severe collision with the back of a car and just completely lost his front end. Alright, check back in on the start, and the safety car is off. We are back and racing, and Bunghole and Cheryl have taken full use of that. They're already 5 seconds ahead of the rest of Styx, who has somehow gained 4 places at the end of that safety car. But Chili and TP are hot on his tail, not letting him not letting him get away with that, it would seem. We're posting another fast lap, 1 minute 12. Very fast indeed.
Chili Sauce is having a great race here in Mr. Witch.
Am I possibly going
Although
to...
he could probably hear TP yelling via the back, telling him how much of a cockhead he is. Oh, and I believe I just heard Turpy say something very animated about his. I wonder how he's going to react, Mr.
As
Witch.
he makes the pass, and it seems to have worked. That was a very clean pass. Oh, and it seems that
Chili was rattled.
it seems that Monkeys had chili sauce make use of that mistake by Chili up there. Monkey gaining two places. As
What a
chili sauce makes
well-timed
it.
insult there from TP. Psychological warfare works.
Chili sauce drops down 2 places, and Monkey to take advantage of that unfortunate mishap as he comes in for a change of tires. As Weaver's going to make use of that, as chili sauce is unfortunately going to be slipping down the rank, the placings. While he's in the pits there. And this was in just heard Rocky Mason has completely retired from the race. Had a bit of a down day, not going too well, so he is completely retired, not to return for the rest of this event, which is unfortunate. You hate to see it. I mean, he was showing some good promise and some good improvement, but unfortunately, that's just what happens with racing.
We've got an interesting thing here, Mr. Witch. We've got 4 teams in the top 8. Back to
Indeed
back.
we do, back to back, yeah, and then we're all jostling with each other for their own positions. Plus, you trying to get that mistake. Monkey trying to dislodge TP. Let's actually go out and look at that, 'cause he's right on his tail, and I reckon he might be able to catch him. Except down here, this is TP's where he is best down this straight. I don't think he's actually gonna get there in time. Let's go check in on Chili Sauce. He's out of the pits. He's all by himself. And Causal as well. He's fallen well back. He's all by himself. Just past turn 10 entering sector 3. He's completely alone. The rest of the packs are still...
The only person following him up is his mate Begbie.
And he is still on the other side of the track. Hasn't even got around turn 10 yet. Whereas Lion Boy, I believe, might potentially be challenging him for a... No, I take that back. It is in fact the Italian Mafia looking for an overtake. They're going to lap him. They don't have a lot of DRS. They're going to have to use a lot more braking to get that DRS back up. They want to use that on the straights, but it appears they're going to go for a lap of Franco. If they can catch up to him. But I do want to go back and check on the battle between Monkey and TP. It's actually getting quite hot here. Monkey is down to 0.4 of a second. Oh, a bit of a slide there. Alright. DeMarcus, I'm giving you a warning. Yes, I get the wordplay. That's taking it a little bit... Yeah, a little bit too far. I appreciate the wordplay though. Now, do you reckon Monkey will be able to close this gap, or do you reckon TP is going to be able to hold him off for the...
I don't know. It's interesting. We saw a Chili Sauce get rattled after TP called him a cockhead. I'm not sure Monkey's as easily rattled by TP's abuse.
Oh, no, almost kissed him on the back there. You were saying?
You know, one hopes that Monkey will drive up his ass and then give it a smooch. You know, maybe push him into a wall.
I mean, if there's ever a chance to do that, that's the corner right there, and he just couldn't quite get there. But he is in a slipstream right now. He is slowly getting faster through those straights, being in that slipstream. It's just a matter of biding his time and finding that moment to slingshot past when the moment presents itself. Alright, I get the feeling I need to put my sound alerts on here because people are redeeming them and I don't have them on there. Okay, let me just put my sound alerts on here. We're gonna lose picture for briefly, but it will be back momentarily. I do apologize. I need to put that and there we go. All right, and we are back. Now we have sound alerts. Beam them to your heart's content. Which was this one. Is it working? Indeed it is. I will make that smaller next time, but for the moment, I'll leave that there. It's fine. Alrighty. And oh! I completely missed that. Monkey passed him on. Monkey made that pass. TP giving a little bit of a love tap.
And TP has called him a gobshite.
This is quite the battle we got here. I mean, there's always at least one battle during these races, and it seems to be that these two once again. I reckon it's going to be down to who pits first. They both had one stop. TP's going on the inside. Will he manage to keep it on the inside for turn 10? Oh! I think he actually almost pushed him off there. Right, Monkey's making another pass on the inside, and he's made it on the inside for turn 10. Will he be able to keep it? No, he won't. TP's got that inside turn there. And TP managed to regain position. But he's going on the outside once again. He's going on the outside, and he's managed to take the outside. Beautiful pass right there.
This is engaging driving here. Not like anything else that's going on.
I mean, we look, check around on the other pack. Oh, mistaken Weaverus. Oh, and Weaverus deciding the last minute to go into the pits, letting mistake surge ahead to take his place in 6th place. Marcus, no, this is F1 2021. This is not arcade Forza. But you wouldn't really believe it watching some of the fights going on, all the love taps that's happening. Right, let's check in on Chili Sauce. He's all by himself. Strath is all by himself. He's about to lap SWATcat? He's about to lap SWATcat, unfortunately. Lion just having a leisurely cruise, following Plushy down. Plushy, unfortunately, not having a good race, it seems. He's down in 12th position after having a really, really solid race last week.
Yeah, that's right, Plushy. I'm disowning you, Mom.
Words there from his illegitimate father. Franco and Causal are split as always, although Causal is catching up to Weaverus. Slowly but surely, he's only a second off. And I almost skipped that corner there. You got to be careful of those chicanes there, guys. If you end up skipping one corner, you're going to get a penalty for it. It seems they've got a lot of penalties. And Weaverus trying to surge ahead. Let's see, what else do we have on there? We have Strath. Still can't seem to get past. Up there he is. He's gonna pass SWATcat. Not having the best race, but this is his first race of the season. Where Strath is up in 8th place. Keeping that consistency. Well, then again, he did finish. If I'm not mistaken, he did finish in 6th position last week. I'm 100% sure, but I'll double check. Yeah, he did. He finished in 6th position, so he's got to get another 2 places. He's still got 13 laps to do it, but I reckon he might be able to do another 2 positions in those 13 laps and maintain his consistency. But we'll see. The safety car has come out as it is waiting for the leader to arrive, while TP and Monkey decide to go in for a fresh set of tires with Sticks, who's must have had a bit of a crash. He's replacing his wing. If he can get up before the safety car goes out. I don't believe he has, since the safety car is about to come out, and there it is. He's just made it out ahead of Monkey. Chili Sauce has come past. Although Chili Sauce is going to get past Monkey. Will he get past Sticks? No, he will not. The Chili Sauce making a valiant comeback by not going into the pits.
Franco's got some work cut out for him. He's going to have to hurl some more abuse on his... Oh, Causal!
Causal's out. Oh no. Oh, where is he on the track? Alright. Franco's coming up. Will we be able to see Causal before he disappears off the track to a ghost? It appears he is just crashed off to the side there. He's lost a wheel. Catastrophic damage. That means that Causal is out of the race. Which means that AlphaTauri is down to one driver. You never like to see...
It's your old psychotic mate, Begbie.
Alrighty. Well, at least this will give Franco a chance to catch up to the pack. He is a fair way behind. Same with Weaverus and Plushy. Although Plushy is about to catch up, but he's still a lap behind. And he's, well, behind the safety car. So we can't really go that much further ahead now. Same with Lion Boy. Although Lion Boy is just having a leisurely drive, so he doesn't really care that much anymore. As we catch up with Weaverus. Still... racing fairly quick, but they still haven't managed to catch up to the safety car, which is still going relatively slow. Ooh, bit of jostling happening behind there. Lion trying to overtake. Severe collision with Lion. Really? Monkey made a severe collision. I did not see that at all. Lion lose his winglet or something.
A dispute.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a dispute, but I mean, Lion's at the back of the pack anyway, so he's done 5 stops. Jesus, Lion. Lion Boy, 5-second penalty, severe collision with Monkey. Oh dear. Lion Boy, what are you doing? Oh dear. Anyway. Checking on the front. I mean, they're all bunched up. There's not really much more that you can say about what's happening because they're all going to have a race restart with 10 laps to go. It's just a matter now whether or not they adjust a bit too much.
What McLaren needed.
TP is still in 7th position though. Strath is up in 6th. He's exactly where he needs to be to maintain that consistency he was focusing on after last week. But he does have TP and mistake behind him. So he's going to have to race really, really well if he wants to keep that spot.
Yeah, I can hear TP from here telling him to fuck. So it's clear TP's still interested. As abusive as ever. Bungle and Sherald have pretty much been dominating this race unchallenged.
We go for a race restart. Safety car is in, and unsurprisingly, off they go. Team Alpha just roaring ahead. I think the Constructor Championship is firmly in their hands this year. Going for another 44 points on their team. It'll be 88 points after this race, as long as none of them crash or implode. Because 6 is looking to make a pass here. Do you reckon you might be able to see a pass from 6, or do you reckon? Nah, I don't reckon he's going to get it. If we look at Cheryl's telemetry, Cheryl is built for speed, whereas 6 is not. 6 has got a bit too much downforce for those corners.
He's built for grass cutting.
Good way to describe it, yes.
Yeah, round the watch.
Rolex Ben. And down. He's still managed to get 0.8 of a second. I mean, Sherald is also half a second behind his teammate. They haven't been in for a while though, so I imagine their tires are getting a little bit worn. Like if we have a look at 6's tires, you can see just on the edge there's that little fringe of shadow where one bit's a bit shiny and the rest of it's a little bit dull. That's sort of to show the kind of tire wear they do have on those tires. I think that's what I've been calling it ever since starting. So his tires are definitely starting to get there because he's pushing them very, very hard, and it doesn't help going to the grass every now and then either. So hopefully it pays off, but if he has to pit before they do, then this is not going to be good for him at all. We're going to zoom ahead. Have to do proper wing repairs, which actually increases your stop time significantly. Now checking on Monkeys all by himself, but he does have just as we come on. Chili spins out on turn 9, allowing TP and Mistake to surge ahead as SWAT Cat regains a lap on him as they come round turn 10. Oh no, you hate to see it. Chili was doing so well and just spun out on turn 9.
Oh, I want a chili on the stick.
Alrighty. Well, at least TP and Mistake have had a chance to come up, but Mistake is now eyeing TP. Yes, and Leo Altus, thank you for the reminder. They did all indeed come in for pit under safety car, which is actually quite a smart thing to do. The leaders did not, though. The boys at Alfa Romeo stayed out. So they're still on old tires, I believe. But Six Monkey and TP are all on a fresh set, so hopefully they might be able to last out for the last 8 laps. Let's have to wait and see. And Strath,
You might
unfortunately,
be able to check that if you switched your telemetry.
I don't believe it shows tire wear though. No,
It does show how long they've been out on them, though.
Indeed it does. Yes, when you're on the tires. So 4 laps. Right, okay, I didn't see them go in. Apparently they all went in on the safety car. My mistake. They all came in. I have not been paying attention. It's only Franco that stayed out. Thank you, Leo Altus. That is my mistake. That is absolutely my mistake, and I do apologize for that. I should probably keep the tire stuff on.
Sticks is trying his hardest to get past Cheryl, and Cheryl is basically just closing the trapdoor in his face. Maybe it's for the best too, because don't you open that trap door. Was there something down there?
Oh, I got a bit of contact with the wall there on those wheels. That's gonna be a big mistake. I don't think he's gonna be able to recover on that because he does still only have 7 laps left. Without a safety car, Cheryl's just too fast. An Alpha car's just got too much speed on it. And meanwhile, Monkey and TP have stopped their quarrels as Monkey has gone ahead. Now TP's just trying to hold off Mistake. They come in through the around the Rolex corner. Return 10. TP having a little bit faster through on the exit. Mistake not quite able to get on the throttle as fast, and Strath getting another warning. Strath, what are you doing? Are you cutting corners again? Chili eyeing up Strath, wanting that 8th place spot. Strath desperately trying to hold on to any sort of form of consistency he can. And meanwhile, Lion is in the pits for the 6th time today. 7th? 7th, indeed, yes. He must really like his pit crew. He must miss his pit crew while he's out of the course. That must be why he goes in so often, just so he can say hi to them. And we're back on safety car. Once again on safety car. I'm not sure why, but safety car is out once again. Interesting to see, like, what is the reason for the safety car? Is someone missing a wing? Is there a nasty crash? And it would appear that it is Strath. He's lost his front wing. And that, no, my mistake, he does have his front wing, I just could not see it. Chili Sauce right behind him. They're so far behind the safety car, they can actually keep racing. It's just a matter of catching the safety car. And oh, looks like Weavers has joined the fight. The fight for Chili Sauce's position, it appears. And back, is the safety car going to go in on this lap, or is it going to stay out? No, it's going to stay out. One more lap. Seems like it's going to be a 5-lap dash. I honestly do not see that much of a change, except for the pit lanes, with Franco going in for some fresh tyres. He is going to start out at the back of the pack. Not quite the back of the pack, at the back of this pack. Though, because I do believe Plushie is going to pass in time before Franco is able to get out.
What's Lion doing there?
Lion is being Lion. He's just... getting in the way and going for overtakes under safety car, which you're not allowed to do, Lion. He's staying on the outside though, so he's let TP past. I think there's going to be some grid point penalties for this driving next week. Oh, Lion, what are you doing there, mate? Don't hit the back of TP. Yep, there it is, severe collision with TP. Lion is, I would not be surprised if Lion gets a grid point penalty next week. The easiest way to do that grid point penalty is to literally, well, actually, granted, Sticks, the leader of the server, can actually do manual grids if he wishes, but Lion, it is a safety car you cannot overtake. Lion. And he's made more collisions with TP. Oh mate, he's really hindering TP's chances of actually gaining any more positions here. He's taking the inside line. What are you doing? Get out of there. He's actually hindering Monkey now at this stage because he's staying on the outside and he's refusing to actually stay in grid order while the others are utilizing the safety car to keep their tires nice and warm. Franco has a severe collision with Weaverus. What has happened there? Yep, and Franco has unfortunately spun and left that. Alrighty. There's the safety car in. Oh, and Lion has decided to spin and crash. Serves you right, Lion, for what you were doing. You had it coming, buddy. Alright, safety car is in, four lap race.
I predict he's going to get yelled at later.
He's definitely going to get yelled at, and he's going to be reprimanded. I would imagine either a points penalty, even though he only has 1 point, or grid point, or both, because that was shocking sportsmanship and driving there. And while Monkey and Mistake have passed Sticks on the restart, who's just decided to cut the corner there. Pushing down to 5th position while Mistake and Monkey are taking 3rd and 4th.
Now this is opportunism.
Alright, let's check in on Weaverus.
Mistake, who's been pretty placid for most of the race, is now up in 4th.
He's definitely been the biggest wildcard up.
TP's dropped to 9th.
What is going on? Granted, he did have a fair few collisions with Lion during that safety car. I imagine that may be affecting his car in some way. So I believe TP is out for the rest, for any sort of. Well, no, Strath went into the pits, so he's regained 1 spot. So he's still going to at least get 3 points for this race if he can hold 8th, which I imagine he will, but because he is 4 seconds out from Weaverus, and there is only 3 laps left in this race, unfortunately. So I get the feeling that what we see right now is going to be our final standing, although Bailey keeps trying to take Bunghol's first place position. I think he's still kind of jealous after last week and feels that his teammate should share the winnings. He can come in on a tied position on the podium at the end of today. End of the day. Blah, blah, blah. Speak. Alright. Checking on Monkey. He's having a decent cruise. Not really catching Sherald, but he's not really getting any further away as well.
He has been an excellent racer. Monkey.
Absolutely, yep. Like, pristine form. He's been up and down, but he's used technique, he's used his speed, and he's picked his moments well to make any of those passes. And it seems TP has just passed.
His battle with TP was a big highlight.
It seems TP's getting another one because Weaver's decided to go in for some fresh tyres with 3 laps to go. I'm not sure why, but they he's going for a wing replacement. That would be why it's taking him so long to actually get out of the pits there. That's a very slow pit stop there. And while Strath, will he make it? Will he make it down? Oh no! Oh no, Strath! I mean, kudos. He decided to keep racing, although he did lose a winglet. Overcooking just a little bit on that last straight. unfortunate. You don't like to see it. He was doing so well at the same time. He'll at least get 1 point, finishing in 10th. But I mean, SWAT Cat has managed to close the gap. He's managed to regain his. Nope, I'm thinking of SWAT Cat and Plushie, which Plushie is fallen hard. He's way down the back of the pack.
He has jumped off a cliff.
Meanwhile,
Not sure what's happened there, but I refuse to acknowledge him as my son. I don't know where he came from. I don't know who his mother was. He's a disappointment.
Well, just jumping back in on the 6 here. He's had a bit of a last dash battle with Chili Sauce. He's got one more lap left to try and regain that 0.7 that 0.9 of a second there. But
go, you good thing.
I don't think he's going to do it. Nope. Yep. He keeps hitting that wall.
Oh, there we are.
He's making that contact on the exit of turn 7 there. And yep, there we go. He skipped turn 9 altogether. That's not a good way to do it. Do it there, Sticks. You gotta stay on the track. You gotta go around every single corner. Imagine that time penalty might have moved down even further.
Spin around the watch now, and what a great recovery from the Chili Sauce.
As we
Go,
come
Chili, go.
down to the last chicane, all he's got to do is hold it together. He can hold it together. He can hold that place because Sticks is 1.7, 1.5, 1.6 seconds behind. I don't see him gaining that on last lap. Mistake as well. Oh, he's gone off. Mistake has gone off. Mistaken Chili. He's taking Chili Sauce with him.
No.
Oh no. Mistake has taken out Chili Sauce on the last lap. Sticks taking full advantage of that and going into 3rd place with Lion Kamikaze ghosting him. Oh no. Chili Sauce and Mistake, they're probably absolutely livid with each other right now. Mistake spinning out after turn 1 and entering turn 2. And Chili Sauce unable to get out of the way. You hate to see it. After such a strong race as well, but I mean that's racing for you folks.
And Lion Boy is DNF'd.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, fitting considering what happened.
Yeah. I mean, Chili is catching up to TP. I will say that.
Yep. And our top 3 is finished.
We have a 1-2 Italian Mafia, Sticks finishing in 3rd, Chili Sauce taking a fourth place when you take into account 4 penalties. TP somehow went from 4th to 7th. Not sure how. SWAT Cat getting a time penalty for an unserved penalty. Weaverus as coming down the last final straight here to finish up the race. And Strath as well, just finishing turn 10. We come around the last chicane, taking out 9th place. Plushie and SWAT Cat just being relegated to where they are because they are a few too many laps behind. We come into Strath, going over the last chicane, coming up in 10th place. He gets points. It's only 1 point.
Points.
Alrighty.
Oh, gee, I wonder who won.
And
Mistake driver of the day.
You question that though after that unfortunate crash after turn 1. The bunghole accepting his trophy with Cheryl taking 2nd place and Sticks taking out third place right there. Graciously in his win.
Yep, firing off Glocks and threatening everyone's families.
All right, so that's our final placings with one. Okay, let's have a look at the advanced race director with all the tires. We don't really care about the tires and stops and grids. So going to take a shot of that. So that I can actually use it for record keeping. And now for the incidents. Oh boy, were there a lot of incidents. Lots of collisions. Lots of corner cutting. A fair few exceeding track limits. I was not fast enough to get all of them, unfortunately. But yeah, a lot of incidents on this race. A lot of them happening to be the either corner cutting or exceeding track limits, or just I would imagine
just plain being crap, really.
Yeah.
Forgetting how to drive.
But anyway, that is the race for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a final win. If I actually might be able to bring up the final results if I try to find where my screenshots were. Where are my screenshots located? I don't actually remember where they are. Just know that I have them there. Let's see, manage my screenshots. Where are they? That's not the standings. That is the standing. Nope, go back. Go back. I'm trying to... Oh dear, what's going on? I'm trying to find it. Where is it? There it is. F1 2021. I want my screenshots. That one. Okay, that is there. Okay. Let me just bring up real quick the final proceedings. Let's see. Final grid. Let's call it that. And right here. Okay. Ooh, that's a little bit too large. Okay, and let's just make that a little bit smaller there. So all up, a very, very good day's racing. As we can see here, we had a Alfa Romeo 1-2 victory. McLaren in third, Alpine in fourth, Mercedes taking out fifth with mistake through penalties, unfortunately. PP dropping down to 7th position, which is a little bit unfortunate there. He had such a strong race for the early part, but I think the collisions later on with Lion Boy did cost him a bit of time, finishing down in 13th position, where unfortunately he kind of where he
deserves really
to be there, especially after today's racing. Like, it's all good to go for a bit of a leisurely drive, but let the other races pass if that's going to happen. Don't try to jostle around corners. Stay in your lane, stay behind them, and let them have a nice, clean, easy racing, especially on the safety car. It's much better if you can just follow the leader and try to follow your line and have some get in your way. But anyway, it's been a rather exciting day of racing today. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next week, where we are heading to... I'm actually not sure. Where are we heading next week? We are going to Silverstone. We're going to England for the Silverstone GP. Now this track, I actually haven't had a look at this track in a rather long time. If I just bring this up for myself. Yes, this is going to be a very, very, very tricky track. In fact, let's actually have a look at it before we head off. Have a look at the British Grand Prix. Now, this is going to be a very, very fast, but also very technical track. There's a few more corners, but also a few more longer corners. There aren't as many sort of sharp hairpins. There's turn 3, then there's a long hairpin of turn 7, which you can, if you're lucky with your line, you can hold a decent speed going around there, about 80 to 100 miles around that if you're lucky. But other than that, it's going to be a very, very, very quick race again around that track, and let's see who can actually balance their grip, balance their speed, and balance their cornering as well. Who knows, there might be a bunch more of, well, gravel and lawn cuts happening. But anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. Well done to all the races. We're gonna end it up here so we can go and I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Which
we're gonna go fuck off, internet. We're gonna go fuck off. We're probably gonna go masturbate.
Possibly not that one, but yes. I digress. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week. All right. Before we go, here you go.
Show us your Lego.
Anakin's pod racer. Built it last year. It sits above my desk.
My Lego doesn't look like that.
All right. I'm gonna close off here before I get distracted anymore. Thank you again. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you next week. Hopefully same time. Well, hopefully earlier than this week. We start at 4, so hopefully up at 3:30. Otherwise, 4 o'clock next week. Next Saturday, no bung. I will refund that bung. I'm not showing anymore. I'm trying to close off. Anyway, I've said all that. Thank you for joining us, and let's see if it's worth rating out. Actually, let's actually see who is live in F1 2021. Let's see. F1 2021. Who is live right now that we can give a little bit of cheeky grade to? Let's see. We've got open lobbies. Let's see. Iron Panda Games. Let's go check out Sky. Iron up on. What's Sky up to? Seems to be doing open lobbies with his viewers, but seems to be racing quite well. So let's go give him a bit of a hello. Here's a Twitch partnered racer. And is currently doing some racing with his viewers. And it seems like a cheek raid too.
We're gonna come out in front of him.
So let's see. Pond Den. There we go. Alright. Make sure we all say hi.
Stupid egg, that's illegal.
Give him a wonderful hello when we go over there. Now, catch you guys next week. I am back on Monday doing some Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. If anyone's interested in watching me play that, is Monday from 5:30. Other than that, Wednesdays and Fridays maybe, and then next week Saturday at 4:30.
It's just wow.
Now, that's it. I'll catch you guys later.